Hello everyone, I am Tony H. Anderson. I am your resident carnivore enthusiast, and I'd like to welcome you to my podcast. It's called I Got Beef. You can, you shall, and you will, by the powers invested in me, stay a carnivarian. Now, I won't let you give up on your journey. You will be faithful because this is the way. I'm that carnivarian Mandalorian that tells you that this is the way. My name is Tony H. Anderson. That's Anderson, period. And the H stands for ham, or it could stand for halibut. But you can have ham, did you know that, on the carnivore diet? Yeah, you can have it as a treat as long as it's not riddled with sugar. Now, I know as I'm saying that you're cringing and you're saying, sir, how can ham have sugar? Well, let me tell you, some of these processed meats, they have sugar. If you look at the back of the package, you'll see that. And I know you cringe because you're like, God, this is just too restrictive. Why should I enjoy the carnivarian lifestyle? Why should I be a carnivore if it's so restrictive? Well, you know what? That's because that's what it is. You have to be desperate enough. You have to be ready to want to be healthy for sure. You have to be ready to want to lose weight. You have to be ready to want to be a detective so that you can live your best life, so that you can have the most energy that you'll ever have in your life, and so that you can look good. I'm in the process of trying to look good. I know on this camera, it might look like I'm a little bit wide, but you know what? I have lost 21 pounds already, and it's been about a month and a half. And I haven't even done a lick of exercise. So, as I say this, if it is restrictive to you, it's only because you are allowing it to be restrictive. And you don't have to allow it to be restrictive. It can be whatever you want. All you have to do is have the will, okay? Have the will, impose your will on this lifestyle. All right, now, it gives you power. It gives you the power to eliminate the foods that has been making you sick for so long. The standard American diet is killing you. What am I talking about? I'm talking about hamburgers, not the hamburgers that we eat. I'm talking about the hamburgers that these big corporations like McDonald's and Burger King might hide different sugars in. We talked about meats with sugars, and that actually does happen. I've read a report that McDonald's used some type of protein worm they put inside that. Not, I don't know if that's good or not, but I just rather have beef or lamb or some type of rudiment meat like that. Also, let's talk about the French fries that we used to eat. Although they're good, really they're not good for your body. We're talking about the potato chips. We're talking about the ketchup, the sauces, everything that you thought that was healthy for you is truly not healthy. And so when you try to eat healthy and these products are marketed as healthy products, and you tend to fall off the wagon and you cheat and you can't stop cheating, it's simply because there's sugars and there's different things in these products that kills you softly. It makes you want to continue to crave for something else, meaning that your gut microbiomes are triggered by just a teensy amount of sugar. Believe me, it can happen, okay? By the way, if I hadn't really introduced myself, I am a carnivore enthusiast and a wellness coach, and I bring to you a topic that a lot of people are struggling with. I read the other day somebody thought to themselves that they're going to quit the carnivore diet. I've heard so many people say, why do this? It's too restrictive. I just can't, I got so much things going on in my life. I just can't do this anymore. However, I'm here to try to talk you off the ledge because I really believe that this diet works. This lifestyle, I hate the word diet. Let's just say lifestyle. I really do believe that this lifestyle works. If you are teetering on the thought of quitting, this lifestyle and going back to the standard American diet, I want to say, whoa, just wait 1 minute. Let me try to convince you to stay with us. Because think about it, you've put so much man hours into this wonderful lifestyle that we live and that I share with you. You started this journey by buying countless amount of groceries, which is not cheap. It ain't cheap. You watched endless recipes on how to cook your steak. You've spent probably, 2 to 3 months, like I did, trying to get your gut microbiomes in check and change for the better. No longer are you sick, but you're starting to feel well. You might be experiencing energy, libido. You might be experiencing a great libido, and let me say that again, just in case you didn't hear it. Weight loss to some extent, and an overall feeling of wellness. So if this happened to you, why would you be thinking about quitting the carnivore diet? Well, I'm not going to sit up here on my high horse and say that I didn't think about it myself. I think it happens when you probably jump on the scale and you might see that the weight is not moving in the direction that you would like it to move. You might think that the lifestyle is too restrictive because you do have parties coming up. You know, if you're a woman, hot girl summer, you want to go to Cabo with your girlfriends and you want to drink all day and you want to eat the fancy foods that they have. And it might not be prescribed for you in the sense of on this carnivore diet. It might not be prescribed for you. You might think it might be too boring or too unrealistic to stay on this lifestyle forever. If you feel that way, maybe it's because you're doing something wrong, or it could be the lack of something that you're not doing. Now, I know I'm talking to you like I've been doing this for years and years and years, and you might say, hey, Tony, look, you do a year and then you come back and you talk to me. But let me tell you what's different. And I'm just speaking from the heart here. Let me tell you what's different this time. I have lost weight before. I've been a bodybuilder. I got pictures where I could show you where I got all my abs. You know, I'm just in shape. You know, just 4 years ago, I was 220 pounds. And for my body frame and for me, I was full of muscle and I was ripped and I was lean and I felt great. When I gained the weight back and I tried to get back in shape after I've gained over 100 pounds, it was so hard for me to stay on a diet. I mean, I went from trying to do this chicken and broccoli, which I couldn't stay on. I went to trying to do the vegetarian diet where I was a vegetarian. I was eating only plant products. That didn't work. I did try keto, but at the time I was doing dirty keto with the net carbs and things of that nature, which really didn't work for me because I was eating too many of those sugary bars that they say it's keto friendly. And when it says keto friendly, it's really not friendly to your gut at all. It makes you want to actually crave for the real thing. I mean, I had Atkins lemon bars, which I probably ate the whole package simply because it tasted so damn good. So having said that, I've been on this carnivore diet for about 2 months. The scale has pretty much stopped in its wake. And I'm getting ready to do some things differently here to try to get the scale moving again. But overall, I feel so good. I have energy, I have libido, I have control over my cravings. I don't even crave the Funyuns and the Sun Chips that I used to eat a lot of times. I don't go into the QT, which is, if you live in Arizona, and I don't know where QT is around the United States, but QT is like a gas station, but it has like a kitchen in it. And they have pizza and you can make sandwiches, and I just used to love to get the what do you call those things? The cheese cheese curds, and I used to go in there and get the grilled cheese sandwiches with the bacon and things of that nature, and that was just so unhealthy. And I would eat that stuff, and I just would have these cravings for it every single day, and I would try to tell myself, you know what, I'm just going to eat one time. I'm going to eat it one time, just this one time throughout this whole week, and then I'm going to eat chicken and broccoli the rest of the way, because that's what Hollywood tells me to do. The Hollywood tells me to eat chicken and broccoli, and I can look like Michael B. Jordan. I can look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But that's unrealistic. The carnivore diet is a little bit different in the sense that it gives you not only nutrients that help you satiate yourself, because when you eat meat, when you eat protein, when you eat fat, you actually feel full. And fat from maybe a duck or maybe from beef, like ruminant animals like bison and venison and things of that nature, when you eat those things, it actually tastes good. If you take natural butter, I'm talking about butter that's just cream and salt, and that it's churned slowly, and it's butter, and it comes straight from the farm to your table, and you cook your fat and you crisp it. Oh, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. When you season your steak or your hamburger or your bison with salt, maybe a little garlic pepper or something like that, oh God, it just tastes good, and you're full and you're satiated. If I'm hoping what I'm saying today has really resonated with you, because I understand that, you know, it could be to this, it could be to that, but only if you get in your own way, it can be. Because when you have the realism that this diet has, quote unquote, made you more healthier, like it has me, it doesn't matter if the scale didn't jump this month. Just keep at it, keep going, and then you'll see that, oh my God, after 8 months, you're like, oh my God, I am wearing a different pant size. I have gone down. My belly is virtually gone. Like Dr. Berry says, you don't have that Dunlap disease where your belly Dunlapped over your belt. And I can tell you right now, I have a little bit of belly, but it's not that much. I look so much better overall. I feel so much better overall. And if you're listening to this video and you're watching this channel, that means that you're interested in the carnivore diet. And if you're already on the carnivore diet and you've done it for a year and you're just like, I want to slack off, please don't. Stick with it. Stay on your journey, because you've done so great already. So let's get into some reasons, possibly how you can kind of stay on track with the carnivore diet, okay? And, you know, let me just say that your problem might be specific. It might be money problems. It might be mentally, things are going on in your life that you just can't control. But I'm telling you, you could do it. How can you do it? You get yourself surrounded by people in this community. People in this carnivore community are available to you, such as myself. You can always hit me up. We can kick around ideas, and even if I don't have the answer, I can go to the right people that has the answer, and I can give it to you. If you're maybe not inclined or don't have time to do the research yourself, that's why I've started this channel, because I wanted to learn more about why I do what I do. Let's go to number 2, and this is very important. Try to loosen up on your nutrition plan. I found that most people try to go straight to the lion diet, which is very hard. And it takes some mighty discipline, which this author suggests that you build up to that. I mean, I listened to Michaela Peterson and Jordan Peterson, and Jordan Peterson sat on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he says, all I do is steak, beef, salt, water. That's it, Joe. I don't cheat. Never, ever do I cheat. I just eat beef, salt, and water. And Michaela does the same thing. And while that's okay for them, they've been at it for a while. Michaela does have some autoimmune things, and she's very sensitive to other foods, and she has to eat that way. But I'm here to tell you that you have to work your way to the lion diet. maybe mix it up. Try the carnivore ice cream. If you got a taste for something creamy and cold, so that you can get a happy mouth feel, so that you can, have a party in your mouth. I know I do. I make lemon carnivore ice cream. It is so good. And I got a recipe. Check out my shorts or my YouTube channel for more on that. And I'll do a full recipe on some other things too. Brown bites, butter brown bites. Those are good. I add my favorite electrolyte into it. Element has an electrolyte, even though they're not a sponsor. But they do have a chocolate salt that I use. And I know some of you gonna say, Tony, chocolate is not carnivore. It's just not. It's not carnivore. It's more keto. It's more something else. I don't care. Listen, it is a meat-based diet. And so sometimes you got to just loosen up a little bit. You know what I mean? If you go and you borrow something from the keto community, just make sure that it's low in carbs. Try to have no sugar whatsoever. Okay? Use stevia, little vanilla extract. Do you, boo, but do it the carnivarian, keto-variant way. Make sure you stay low carb. That is the way. Number 3, if you can't afford the organic steak, the grass-fed, organic, grass-fed, if you can't afford that, go get that $7 tube of beef. Get the $7 tube of ground beef. Make sure it has some fat in it, okay? I can't always eat organic. I'm telling you, I just cannot always eat. I can't afford that stuff. Not now. So sometimes you have to eat what your wallet can afford. It's number 4. Mix it up a little bit. Have bacon and cheese. Get you some wings and air fry them. Put a little garlic salt on it and pepper, maybe some lemon pepper on that bad boy. Get you, again, make the Element ice cream. It's on my channel. Brown butter bites, things of that nature. Just mix it up a little bit, okay? If you're tired of steak and beef, go to bison. Have turkey. Add your butter to it, okay? Number 5, take your time. This is your journey. You got to stay consistent. If you're trying to compare yourself, your weight loss to somebody else, then you're going to fail ultimately, okay? You do you, boo. That's what I keep telling you. You do you, okay? Everyone is different. Everybody has different weight loss rhythms, okay? Because we all have different metabolisms. We all have different body types, which we'll go into on another podcast. But just think about this thing as not a temporary thing just to lose weight, because if you're in it just to lose weight, then you might fail as well. You want to do this because it is the way. It is a lifestyle which affords you to get better, get healthier. If you saw my 30-day journal on my channel, you would understand that so many things have changed for me health-wise. Even if I just lost 10 pounds, the other things that has been going on in my body is wonderful. So everybody has different weight loss rhythms. Everybody has their own journey, but this is your journey. We're here as the carnivore family to try to help you continue on with that journey. And when you continue on with that journey, it's going to be a beautiful thing. So just stick with it, okay? Number 6, plan. My daughter has a birthday coming up. I am going to Pittsburgh to see my Steelers defeat the Ravens on October 8th. So, I'm pretty sure that in Pittsburgh, there's going to be a lot of restaurants that I want to try. But guess what? Like Laura Spath does, she goes there and she says, look, I just want meat. Can I get this plate with meat, and how much would it cost me? Plan ahead. Look at the menu. Understand what this restaurant can do for you. And have fun with that. All right, let's go to number 7. Try to stay motivated by finding your why. Okay, is it a girl that you like, if your woman, is it a boy that you like? Maybe it's your children. For me, I'm teetering on 45, 46 here, and I have a 5-year-old. And so, I just don't want to grow old on her. I don't want to be, when she's in high school, I'll be like 65 or 60 or somewhere around there, maybe early 60s. And I don't want to be with a cane or hunched over and, her girlfriend saying, wow, that's so cool. Your grandfather showed up. I don't want to be that parent that looks like a grandfather. Okay. I want to be healthy, strong, active, complete. Okay. Another part of my field is, the fat shaming. Hey man, what happened to you? Guy said to me, he lifted up, he said, man, your wife must cook so good. My wife don't cook at all. She warms up stuff. I cook for myself. I just been eating the standard American diet, and therefore what you see is what you get. But now I'm a carnivarian and I feel great. Hey, let's take a short break, and when we come back, we'll do our IBQ. Keep it locked here, because if you go somewhere, I'll know it. Keep it locked. Feeling tired throughout the day? How about your head? Does it get dizzy when you stand up from your seat? Have you been experiencing brain fog? I was coming in here to get something, but I forgot what it was. Well, don't worry, because this one question might solve your problem. Are you getting enough electrolytes? No, I am not. Studies have shown that benefits of increasing your electrolytes may improve your day-to-day functions, like making up the bed, regulating your blood pressure, your pH levels, improving the muscle functions in your heart. So grab your favorite sugar-free electrolyte, pour water in it, turn it up, and watch your health improve. Okay, welcome back to our podcast, I Got Beef. Our I Got Beef question of the week, or about IBQ, comes from me. It says, what do you do when the scale doesn't reflect losing weight? Well, I kind of covered that in the podcast, and I'll say it again. Sometimes the scale lies. Sometimes the scale is teetering on what time you do it. You try to get up in the morning and do it the same time, the same way, every day, and maybe you'll get a better result. However, sometimes it could be, if you're carrying too much water that you didn't expel throughout the night. It could be if you had a little more salt in your diet or what have you than you normally have, or it just could be a lot of things, a lot of factors that we can actually go into in another podcast without me really sounding like an idiot. But the real main key to this thing is the scale lies. And I want you to pay attention to the way your clothes fit. Okay, when you sit down, does your belly protrude anymore? If your belly is not protruding and you feel like your stomach is flat, if you feel like your chest and your arms are kind of filling up the shirt and the sleeve and things of that nature, it means that you might be losing inches. That the shirt that you used to wear that made you look frumpy, or when you lifted up your arms, the belly hung out at the bottom of it, maybe it's not doing that anymore. Simply because you've lost inches. You might stay at the weight that you've been trying to lose for the last 2 to 3 weeks, but you look better. It's because you've lost inches. Your body is adapting. Stay with the carnivore diet, okay? Stick with it. It is not a diet. Let's cut that. Stay with the carnivore lifestyle. I beg of you. I hope that this video was helpful to you. I know we ran a little bit long today. Thank you so much for listening today. I appreciate all the listeners that I have. And I just want to encourage you to come back next week when we sink our teeth into some more information. And I hope that will be helpful to you. So thank you for stopping by. Check in with us next week for some more information that we can sink our teeth into. Until then, arrivederci. See ya.